My name is Sattam Shuwaier. I work at Saudi Aramco, one of the leading energy companies in the world. And I'm a naval architect and marine engineer and a facility planner at Saudi Aramco. Certainly, what I presented today here, I brought information. I shed light on how Aramco actually utilize computer-based models and softwares to analyze the performance of its own facilities, especially the critical facilities like crude oil terminals where we export crude oil and refined products. And the simulation models, we use them frequently to analyze and test the performance of the facilities oftentimes, especially if we plan to make significant change to the operation or to the facility itself, from reconfiguration to taking some equipment out of service, or even if we want to modify the operation philosophy before we actually implement these changes to the real facility and risk having unknown results. We do that into the simulation models. We inject all these changes and replicate the actual facility and actual changes. We see the results, we can analyze them and then come to conclusion whether whatever modification is doable or useful or not. The challenges through the process is, first challenge that we have described is convincing people about the technology and convincing people to utilize computer-based software to do analysis. And it's oftentimes where people are a little bit reluctant into accepting the technology or artificial intelligence until they actually see it and utilize it themselves. And this is one of the main challenges where I had to test it myself, because I was there as well. I had the computer model, we tested and we've seen the results. And of course, the best way to test it is compare it to reality. So going back to history, we pulled out certain scenarios and we replicated these scenarios exactly how it was in reality into the model. And we run the system and we see the results. We already know the results, but we want to see what the system will tell us. And then we compare actual versus simulated. And amazingly, they were quite close. And to the point we tested it again and again to verify it on multiple occasions and multiple times. And it has proven that it does give accurate results, close enough to the point that we can trust it and make decisions based on these simulation models. To convince people with these interactions, actually the interaction is quite important, and like we say, seeing is believing. It would be quite, I would say, challenging to convince people of something that they don't know, or something they have not seen, something they can't witness, unless you bring them on board and you show them what they're dealing with and what they are going to see, and give them a heads up of what to expect. You'll see it, they see it running in front of them, and of course, if they can relate it to actual reality, that will be the most effective way to convince them. This is what the technology provides, and this is what actual reality is. And if they're not exactly matched, but it's close enough, then it will actually develop the trust of people within these technologies. Definitely, Tank 20 is one of the, if not the best, one of the best venues to have that interaction and to bring people together and describe the technology and describe the uses of these technologies, and seeing someone who already adopted that technology, who's using it and actually who's trusting it and sharing their experience of how that technology actually enhance their operation, enhance their planning, they will be more accepting to adopt them themselves, and they already have seen an example, successful example, that will give them ease to follow suit and just try to adopt the same technology as well, or at least try it, because they have already seen someone who actually succeeded at it. I've seen a lot of emerging technologies. Some of them already existed, but they got better and they improved. And I compare things that have dealt with 20 years ago to what we have now. For example, a few manufacturers here, simple instrument, for example, flow meters, I compared how it used to be and how it is now. The size of the meter, for example, it went from this big to this big. We're given more accurate results. This is amazing to see how technology evolved into making things better and faster. And I have seen a few manufacturers, a few exhibitions, they use drones. And I've seen some drones there, and it is actually a smart way into implementing technology into our business and into the industry. One of the things that I've seen is how they utilize drones to do inspection work, especially visual inspection, where you don't have to send people up a tank that's 500 feet high and risking their injury, risking them falling off. Just use the drone, fitted with a camera, goes around, it gives you exactly what a normal human would do without the risk of getting them injured. It has a camera. What you're doing is visual inspection. That's exactly what it's doing. And this is one of the examples that actually amazed me, and I would think it would be useful and very beneficial if companies, industries adopt these drones into inspection work. Okay.